clock's ticking fast in the realm of the puzzle. The shadows are cast. Every edge, every curve, I memorize. A champion spirit that never will die. The corners connect, a vision in sight. I'm breaking the dawn. I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the brave reach the height, I found my own way. I jigsaw the light. On the table before me, the chaos and form, the picture emerging, the calm in the storm. Strategy whispers, my mind is the key, unlocking the mystery, setting me free. In every trial, in every test, we give our all, we give our best. As morning breaks through, with all of my might, I pieced it together, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the brave reach the height, I found my own way, I jigsaw the light. In the final hour, when doubt tries to creep, I dig even deeper for dreams I will keep. The puzzle completed, my victory bright. In the glow of my triumph, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the brave reach the height, I found my own way, I jigsaw the light. No one sees what was hidden inside. A masterpiece shining, I jigsaw the light. With courage and heart, my soul took its flight. I conquered it all, I jigsaw the light. The light. The world sees what was hidden inside. A masterpiece shining, I jigsaw the light. With courage and heart, my soul took its flight. I conquered it all, I jigsaw the light. In the heart of the night, with the fire in my eyes, I gather my pieces, I'm ready to rise. The challenge awaits, the clock's ticking fast. In the realm of the puzzle, the shadows are cast. Every edge, every curve, I memorize. A champion spirit that never will die. The corners connect, a vision in sight. I'm breaking the dawn, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the brave reach the height, I found my own way, I jigsaw the light. On the table before me, the chaos and form, the picture emerging, the calm in the storm. Strategy whispers, my mind is the key, unlocking the mystery, setting me free. In every trial, in every test, we give our all, we give our best. As morning breaks through, with all of my might, I pieced it together, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of With courage and heart, my soul took its flight. I conquered it all, I jigsawed the light. In the heart of the night, with the fire in my eyes, I gather my pieces, I'm ready to rise. The challenge awaits, the clock's ticking fast. In the realm of the puzzle, the shadows are cast. Every edge, every curve, I memorize. A champion spirit that never will die. The corners connect, a vision inside. I'm breaking the dawn, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the bravery's the heart, I found my own way, I jigsaw the light. On the table before me, the chaos and form, the picture emerging, the calm in the storm. Strategy whispers, my mind is the key, unlocking the mystery, setting me free. In every trial, in every test, we give our all, we give our best. As morning breaks through, with all of my might, I pieced it together, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the bravery's the height, I found my own way, I jigsaw the light. In the final hour, when doubt tries to creep, I dig even deeper for dreams I will keep. The puzzle come clear, my victory bright. In the glow of my triumph, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the bravery's the height, I found my own way, I jigsaw the light. No one sees what was hidden inside, a masterpiece shining, I jigsaw the light. With courage and
Välkomna till denna fullsatta lagtävling. 180 lag. Det är mycket folk här inne.
Welcome to the team's final of the Swedish Youth Football Championship 2026.
Vi har fortfarande några grejer som behöver fixas, men vi vill påminna, vi har fått från domarna här, att ni måste se till att det är helt tomt så att de kan gå. Så vi önskar att ni lägger upp era grejer på läktarna så att de inte snubblar, eller om ni får plats med dem under borden. Men superviktigt så att de kommer fram. Så att vi fixar det först.
So can you just make sure please all your belongings are firmly under the table and in no way impeding the aisles. Thank you very much.
Det verkar som att det löser sig. Ni är här och ska pussla ett 1000-bitars pussel. Ni har 120 minuter på er. I påsen framför er hittar ni ett arbetsbörjepussel som ni får ta med er hem.
So here you have 120 minutes, 2 hours in which to complete a 1000-piece puzzle in your teams.
På era bord finns också de här ställen som man kan använda om man vill ställa upp motivet för att se bättre när man pusslar. De får ni inte ta med er, utan de lämnar vi till vår parfinal.
Yes, so just remember please the stands that we've given you. There'll be the pairs final, which is taking place after this team's final.
Eftersom vi är så himla många här inne så är det extra viktigt att vi respekterar reglerna och håller koll på varandra så att allt går bra. När ni börjar bli färdiga i ett lag så viftar man gärna tydligt så att domarna kan komma fram till er. När ni sen är helt klara med er pussel så ska ni räcka upp båda armarna i luften och ropa tid eller time.
So remember when that last piece goes in, arms up in the air, shout time, and make sure one of our judges is there to record it for you.
Också viktigt att ni när ni är färdigpussade plockar ihop era grejer och lämnar lokalen helt enkelt för att ni inte ska störa de som är kvar och pusslar. Så när man är färdig, sitt inte kvar och prata utan plocka ihop pusslet och gå ut och prata ute i foajén. Där händer det massa roligt som ni kan göra.
And then please, when you have finished your puzzle, if you just kindly, as quietly as possible, collect up your belongings and leave the arena to serve as few people as possible who are still puzzling. Thank you very much.
Om man när tiden under 20 minuterna är slut och vi har räknat ner här framme har kvar pusselbitar så vill vi att ni hjälper våra domare att lägga med bitar om 10 bitar, högar med 10 bitar i varje så att de kan komma och räkna till er när ni är färdiga.
Yes, and obviously remember to, if you haven't finished the puzzle after 2 hours, I will ask you to make the puzzle 10 of the pieces remaining.
Hur ligger vi till med tiden? Okej, nu pratar jag engelska igen. Jag ska prata svenska, han ska prata engelska. Vi kommer räkna ner er, men det är 10 sekunder kvar. Vi vill också, innan vi drar igång så vill vi säga ett stort tack till Charlie som har varit här och hjälpt oss med det internationella. Så kommer vi lämna oss.
I have to leave you without a flight to catch during I'll be watching on YouTube. So good luck to all of you in the rest of the competition. And thank you so much for having me. And that just gives one more time for me to say the 3 words. Are you ready? In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we might be live. Not sure.
I think we are. If you see the... Yep.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
This is my first time in the commentators booth.
It's my second time, so...
Yeah. So at least you have a little bit hang of it here, I think.
learning on the job. Hello everyone, got Jason and David here. Yeah, so we're into the teams division. Have a beautiful puzzle with us. It's called Saint Tropez. Not sure who the artist is. Lilia A.
Does it say? Yeah. No, okay. I can't pronounce that. Sorry. Sorry, it's surely it's a local artist.
Yeah, so let's. I think you can see some of it on screen, but let's describe the puzzle to everyone. So we've got a bit of a, I don't know, it's like a sea scene with a lot of town, a bit of a balcony in the front.
Yeah, some kind of picturesque. I guess it's Saint-Tropez, if I would have guessed.
Yeah, that's what the puzzle's called. One assumes it's lines up.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of a painter style to it, and we're. What are you thinking? Think this is fast, slow, somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, I would say medium fast puzzle, I think.
Yeah.
You got the blue sea section, I think. That would be okay to puzzle. I particularly don't like the orange shade all over, but that might just be me. How about you?
I mean, there's a lot of roofs in there. Yeah, I like it. Definitely someone can get a start on the ocean. I think the sky is, whilst there's a lot of clouds in it, you should be able to tell it apart on the pieces. And you've got that bottom left corner with the table and chairs and some foliage to the left. So yeah, I think it's a good team puzzle. There's definitely sections people can divide, but
yeah, absolutely
not mega easy. But
what times do you think we're looking at?
This is a tough one. It could be sub-hour. Really depends on how well some of the faster teams, how well it fits with their styles and.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think. We're just gonna mic Charlie up here. You might want to jump in and have a say on the puzzle as well.
Hey. Good afternoon, everyone. Charlie here. Saint-Tropez looks. I think it looks a great team puzzle. To divide tasks into different colour areas, as I'm sure you've been saying. Distinct areas. Nice sky, sea. I think. And you were just saying sub-hour. I think that's a sub-hour. I think 45 minutes surely for this one.
Yeah, probably. Interesting to see.
So and just really, I've just come to say goodbye to everyone online as well. Thank you for following online. You can give yourself a virtual clap as well for Sandra as well, who's been helping out, moderating and contributing online to the chat, and it's been great to have you. I haven't spoken to you very much, but it's been a great commentary box this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I love the view. It's great. You can look down and see at a glance where everyone's going.
So for those of you who don't know, we're in the Partile arena, which is near Gothenburg, and it's where they have the biggest handball tournament in the world. They have lots of teams which come and play, and this is the central court. And it could be a basketball court. It's multi-purpose. They have concerts here, but it's the most fabulous arena. And
apparently
we're
they do ice hockey here, so there's
ice hockey. They need to freeze it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they've got that capability, but certainly, I mean,
I saw some video of it.
They actually have had ice hockey.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that I didn't realise, but it's not just on four-wheeled skate.
I don't think it was roller hockey, but I could be wrong. I mean, it looked like ice hockey. I wasn't paying a huge amount of attention to the feet.
Maybe they do. There's certainly no ice in them. No one's skating.
Not at the moment.
Ice. They're in Saint-Tropez. They're dreaming of summer.
Quite the opposite
climes.
of the weather here at the moment, actually.
Yes, it's not very nice out, but it's certainly great inside. And we've got the full complement of 180 teams, 720 people puzzling below us, and we're perched in a commentary box, feeling almost on top of them, and it's really close up to the action. and we can see everybody, but of course they are actually quite far away.
Well, that's why we've got binoculars.
Which is why we sometimes have binoculars.
Well, sometimes we have them with us
if
now.
they don't get stolen. They were whisked away yesterday, but it really is a fabulous place. And I was here last year, and I come back, and it's even bigger and better this year. It was nice to catch up with the satellite events as well, which were even more. I missed the Spanish Scrabble champion, who was here. Scrabble champion, who was here last year with giant Scrabble, the biggest. You had little blocks, probably about 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters of blocks of wood as the Scrabble tiles, and a giant bag, like a dustbin bag, which they were all kept. And the board, of course, measured, 3 meters by 3 meters.
Transporting the bag around sounds like a chore.
Yes, it definitely wasn't a travel pack.
Not one that you just pick up and jiggle about.
No, I think you needed more of a forklift to try. Not quite, but it was great. That was only Swedish. It was only Swedish tiles, but he played me and trounced me in English, which was, I suppose, to be expected, but in not his language. Also slightly disappointing as well to get quite such a pasting. Terrible letters, though. I did have stacks of vowels. Excuses. It was very well deserved, and he was a lovely man as well. A shame not to see him. But we had Othello which I haven't had time to take part in. We've had the 40,000 piece puzzle.
40,000
piece puzzle, which we did in 26 minutes in Worlds. It's taken us a couple of days. It's been a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, less chaotic.
Less chaotic. And also, there were a couple of sections missing. I think someone maybe got the wrong idea. There are a couple of sections missing. I think somebody
thought it was puzzle gifting.
I think someone must have thought that. I can't believe that someone would have just stymied it on purpose, and so maybe just someone didn't realise and thought they were just giving a nice little pouch of puzzles. So it's incomplete. If Jess is listening, who is our friend Jess, who is following us from Australia as well, she's just done the puzzle, and she had 2 pieces missing.
Yeah.
6 weeks she did by herself.
The number of pieces she put in per day were incredible. I don't have the stamina to do that much puzzling that consistently every day. It's quite an achievement.
It really is an achievement. And she didn't do it with the little 42-piece packs, which we have it divided into.
She was doing it 4,000 at a time.
She was doing it 4,000 at a time, so the puzzle's divided up into 4,000 pieces, 4,000-piece sections.
That is one of the questions I often get as a puzzler, is what's the largest puzzle you've ever done? And for me, it's only a 1,500. I'd very much focus on 500.
But you were doing that 40,000 piece.
Well, yes, I did a few sections. I did a few 40-piece sections of a 40,000-piece puzzle. Maybe that's what I could say. Yes, I have done a 40,000-piece puzzle.
In 26 minutes.
I suspect people may not believe me that I did it quite alone.
Well, no, exactly. But I mean, I've mentioned many times on the on streaming as well that it just flatters you when you're not such a good puzzler, and you've done in inverted commas a puzzle with these amazing puzzlers, and the puzzle just gets done around you, and you really probably haven't done very much, but the puzzle gets done, you think, and you do get a sense of achievement, but when you actually self-analyse, possibly not as deserved as it might be. Back to the action. Who are our favourites here? Who have we got? We've got on the front row. I saw Tobias there.
So Tobias, according to the chat, recently did this puzzle last week. So very well practiced in an hour.
I thought it was unreleased. I've been misinforming everybody and telling them they were so this has been released. Is it this year released?
I think it's recent, but I could be. Let's have a look at the box. It usually tells us. Nope.
I've been misinforming people.
I've not seen
that
the date.
It was.
Yeah. Okay. Copyright 26. So yes.
So it's a very recent puzzle. It's just only just come out. So we're very lucky to have done it just a week ago.
I mean, considering how many thousands there are, when I'm involved in selecting puzzles for competitions, thousands we often find is the easier choice because there's just so many of them that it's often rare that many people have done them unless they're practicing at huge volumes. So that's a very lucky pick on their part to grab that.
So, as regards puzzle releases from Ravensburger, what would be the percentage of 1,000-piece puzzles to 500-piece puzzles?
I mean, it feels like it's 5 or 10 to 1.
In favour of 1,000-piece
yes,
puzzles?
Yes, it's many more, a much larger back catalogue. And, I mean, 1,000 pieces are the...
Would that be the industry standard?
I think they're the favourite of the, I don't want to say non-speed puzzler, but people, I mean, plenty of speed puzzles love thousands as well. I mean, I've got quite a large collection myself. But they're the puzzle you put on the coffee table and maybe drop a few pieces in here and there kind of deal.
Yes, it's become so common to see, from a speed puzzling point of view, to associate 500-piece puzzles with the standard, because that is what is often puzzled.
That's what we've puzzled in solo and pairs.
Yes, solo
just
pairs,
this weekend.
this evening's pairs as well. All 500-piece puzzles. Thousands are just reserved for grand occasions, pairs fine in the Worlds, and 2 1,000-piece puzzles in teams as well, and of course all the teams heats as well in Worlds where we have heats. And here, of course, in the final of the Swedish Teams Championship 2026, everybody doing their 1,000-piece puzzle in their team. So going back to the favourites, we've got Tobias and his team.
Let's grab up some.
Apologies for our English pronunciation of these names, of course. Tobias, or I'm afraid.
So we're looking at 2025 teams now, eventually. So Tobias's team last year came second.
They were second. That's
but that was
they were first.
the first
actually
Swedish team,
champions.
yes.
We had Sophia Olivia, of course.
We've got Tyra's team was after that. Let's see.
We've got sorted out. So we've got Piece of Cake. The Javia Danskar, the Danish team, will be down there. It'll be a different team this year because Sophie is not here, but Olivia's here, and with her. So we're not sure who she's puzzling with today. But then we've got Piece of Cake, who were the Swedish champions last year, with Sara, Tobias, Anna, and Selma. That was last year. Get it together with Ulrika, who's the mother of Tara and Molly, with Ida as well. I don't know if they'll be repeating the same team. I have a feeling they might have changed a little bit. Sort It Out, Frida, Hannah, Gabrielle, and Sana. And they were the top 3 Swedish teams 2025. Of course, we've got 24 other countries competing this year. So Sort It Out have changed a bit. It's Frida.
Yeah, so it's
Frida. 2 Fridas, Frida Goransson, Frida Wessler, Hannah Karlsson, Kirsten Svensson, who's yesterday's individual champion. So that's definitely going to be the team to watch. Do we have Piece of Cake? Are they still called a Piece of Cake? Piece of Cake. There we go. Sara, Tobias, Anna, and Selma.
So that's exactly the same team as last year.
Which is the same as last year. And then we've got, if we look for Tyra's team. Oh, we've got a very good team. Pussel Sarna, Katarina Svensson, 2-time Swedish champions, Magdalena, Matthias, and Ellen Johansson. So they'll definitely be ones to watch. And Tyra wearing as Peace and Quiet. No longer Pieces of Cake. Peace and Quiet this year with Freya, Ida, and Molly. So sisters Molly and Tyra teaming up with Ida and Freya. So those are some of the favourites. There's another Piece of. I'm sorry, I'm confusing it. They weren't.
That was Piece.
That was Piece of. I'm confusing you all.
You are. They were last year. They would get it together. This year they are Peace and Quiet.
Anyhow, I'm going to bid you goodbye, everybody online. So I came to say thank you. Thank you very much for for listening in, for watching online, for taking part in this amazing Swedish Championship, which is really an event. It's a bucket list event.
Absolutely.
In puzzling terms, it really is a very quality, incredibly smoothly organised event. David, Victor, Johanna, and the team, with help up here, with lots of help from Jason, and you've been listening to. You've had Fruzy up here. We've had Anna Marie. You've had Emilia. Of course, who's been with you tirelessly. And so just me to say thanks very much once again.
It's been wonderful to have you here and
thanks,
catch up
Jason.
again.
And I will be back, no doubt. And good luck in the rest of the champs. I'll be watching online. So goodbye to you all. Thank you very much.
And if you could send someone else in here to join me, if there's anyone around,
of course I will.
That would be wonderful.
Excellent, Jason. Good afternoon.
So looking at the action, actually the aforementioned Frushi and her team there. A few of our spectators. So we've got a number of different approaches looking across the room. Some have gone very much border first. I think most have got some degree of bordering. Where others are... let's just take a look. There you go, you can see across the room a little bit there. Yeah, looking across, there do seem to be a lot of teams hitting sky first, or at least having someone pushing downwards. Same kind of deal from that bottom left corner, the table and chairs. And also a few doing middle out, so starting with that water and building on from there, so the shoreline is a good point to build onto for some of the buildings. And there we've got Tobias's team, definitely the favourite. For those just joining us, Tobias recently did this puzzle with the team in 1 hour and 3, so I'm sure they're expecting to beat that. I guess we estimated perhaps sub-hour before. And there we go, that's, as I mentioned before, a lot of teams have taken this strategy, hitting the sky and then the table and chairs. So just looking at the chat, I've got Puzzle Guzzle commenting it only has a few solves on my speed puzzling, and that Tobias always does his homework. Absolutely, he's proven that here. The Rush Up, which is Rob, Cameron, Amelia and Amelia, could be another team to watch for. But for everyone on the chat, anyone who wants to call in, what are your estimations? What are we thinking? Definitely Tobias' team probably sub-hour. How much faster do we think they might be able to do? I haven't seen one of those propeller caps for a while. I just saw a moment ago. Actually, my video is... Now we've got Tobias' team back, and they are flying. We've got most of the sea done. Hasn't quite joined up with the sky yet, but that'll move quite quickly. Definitely one to watch for. I'm not seeing anyone else that far progressed along. And Guzzo Gaming suggests 51-51. Not quite a palindrome, but close enough. So I've just been given some stats on the teams participating by some of our volunteers. So we've got a total of 710 contestants. We've got 10 to 12 people under 12 years of age. We have 109 all-women teams, 41 with one male, 20 with two men, 4 with 3 men, and no all-male teams, so definitely so here we've got another team doing a bit of a split approach. Top down on one side and bottom up on the other. It's definitely a interesting way to split it. Be a little bit tricky to manipulate it all into place towards the end unless they've got some quite large boards. Guzzo Gaming asking, who wants to form an all-male super team? Am I in? I'm in, but it's not much of a super team if I'm in there. I'd need to practice a lot more than I have lately. And the question, why do we think it's so much more popular for puzzling for women? I'm personally not sure. It's a pattern I see. I mean, it's similar in Australia and UK to maybe a little bit of a lesser extent. It's definitely a pastime that, if the stats at events like this are anything to go on, definitely more popular with women. Pretty universally, I suspect. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of teams doing that inside-out approach. Most seem to have the border in place as well by now, though. And quite a lot, yeah, also with that. Actually, the team we're seeing there, I think, has gone for a lot of the foliage, which is an interesting start point. Not many have done that. And the Guzzles all-male super team, we've got Jim Lazani saying he's in, but hard to find jigsaw puzzles in Gotland. And you can find your way to a jigsaw puzzle stream at least. It's a good start. I don't imagine the postage time there is quick though. So for those who've just joined us, yeah, we're edging in on a quarter of the way through this division. We have 2 hours total. Our estimate is that the top teams should do it under an hour. We know that at least one team has done this in an hour and 3. It isn't an unreleased puzzle, but it is a new 2026 release. And for those who want to try and get their hands on their own copy, it is called Saint-Tropez. This team's going quite well. We've got definitely a solid base coming up from both. It's coming in from all sides with a solid centre. Another one even further along. The sky and the ocean joined up there. And we're roaming looking for another team. Okay, so now we're looking at Piece of Cake again. That's Sarah, Tobias, Anna and Selma. This is the team that has completed it in an hour and 3 previously. I mean, that looks a lot more than halfway to me. So, looks like they might beat their record by quite a while. Evelina, it's difficult to check on individual teams. It's a little hard to read the names from up here. Noxus62 is asking, is SM a qualifier for a bigger puzzling competition? If you win, no. So, in puzzling, the national championships, and this is true of all the ones I'm aware of, and I'm involved in organising, running a few. Generally speaking, those championships stand alone. So, the winner of this will be the team's champion of Sweden, and it's the same for Belgium next weekend. So that'll apply. Different countries' competitions have different rules as to participation of non-national teams. Usually, there's some kind of acknowledgement of teams from other countries that have come in. Which are often mixed teams from multiple nations. One of the wonderful things with this community are the number of people who've formed cross-border friendships and come together at events like this. Oh, sorry, we've got clarification. It is a qualifier for the Nordic Championship in May. But yeah, the World Championship is, which is in Spain again, in Partile in September this year. For any Formula One fans, the Madrid Grand Prix is literally the weekend before, if you're considering hitting a race this year. But the World Championship is a standalone event that is open to everyone. As is the Euro Championship, which is in November in Turkey. Wow, we've got a lot of progress here at the moment. Can't quite see which team that is, other than Brooklyn on the show in front of us. It's great when teams have got their names on their shirts. This is Swedish Piece by Piece. And apologies for my terrible pronunciation. That's Fia, Pontus, Amanda, and Annika. I've seen a few of those faces at the World Championship before. In the chat we have, do the winners get anything? So yes, there are prizes. There's a trophy at least. I'm not sure on the rest of the prizing, but hopefully Sandra can answer this for us. Apparently my pronunciation isn't terrible. We just saw a piece of cake there briefly again. Yeah, not sure what this team is, but they're also definitely in contention. The plastic boards they're using are a good idea. Actually, there's a UK team that is using clear sheets of perspex, so you can see underneath them, but it's an interesting choice. I've traditionally always just used thick card, and so we've seen some black cards on this on a piece of cake. Often bring a mix of white and black for teams. There's been a few times in the past where we've had very dark puzzles, and with dark pieces against a black background, it's often easier to see the contrast in dark shading. For those who watched the World Championships in 2024, one of the qualifiers had a It's a puzzle of basically a cow in a bathtub with a lot of foliage in the background, and my and many other teams chose it, and it looked great on the box. This bathtub was a lovely shade of green, and then you open the box, everything's black. It's a great idea to, if you are considering bringing boards, have a bit of colour variation, both dark and light ones. And Sandra's confirmed that the winning team gets the trophies, puzzles, and a gift card for 750 Swedish krona for each puzzler. Then we have Control Alt Complete. This is the team that was requested just before by Evelina. So that is Lydia, Tova, Sandra and Sabine. Ooh. I've just seen what some people consider to be a cardinal sin of tipping the puzzle pieces onto the puzzle. I get yelled at every single time I do it in pairs. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to see well under 50 from this team here. We'll see who they are soon enough. If anyone recognises them, call them in, please. Here we go, wow. Yep, this will be... 10 pieces to go, with just over 41 minutes for our finish. And that's the win, 41.05. That is insanely fast. We've got Control Alt Complete on screen again. We're very much closing in. We're at that phase of filling in the gaps between the completed sections. If the last team are anything to go on, they'll be finished within a couple of minutes. I've got Piece of Cake back on screen again. Quite a ways to go. They'll probably finish under their prior time, but there we go. I think these are another contender for second or third, perhaps. We've got about 30 pieces to go here. Yeah, on a semi-transparent sorting tray. About 15 to go. And there's second place. And they're not on screen, but we've got cheers for a third. We'll see who that is momentarily. There we go. It is Control-Alt complete. So yeah, that's 3 teams finished in sub 45. That's absolutely incredible. And there's another just finished, and that looks to be... In fact, that's the team of some of this weekend's commentators. The Swiss Unicorns. Anami and Anna and Veronica. Yeah, they're coming thick and fast now. And hopefully some of those will come up and join me in the commentary booth soon. Ah, there we are, the Puzzle Rush team. Rush Up, that's Robert, Amelia, and Cameron. Well done. And I think we're probably looking at Piece of Cake right now. With their last few pieces to come in, so well ahead of their prior time. But not a repeat year-by-year champion. It's one thing that's fairly consistent across a lot of competitions is we're just repeatedly seeing everyone lifting their game, and it's never a guarantee if you win one year that when you come back you're also going to take it out the following year. Oh no, missing piece. Nope, on top of the puzzle. And that is why I get yelled at for leaving pieces on top of the puzzle. So for those who want to follow along with the results and the times, they should start flowing onto the World Jigsaw Puzzle website shortly. A lot of running about to get the table slips up to the desk. You've got plenty of steps in, literally running up and down the steps in the last division, bringing slips from the floor up to the tech desk. And another finish. There's a fairly common thing on puzzles of this style where you've got different types of sections as joining up those last few. So, my teams in the past have tended to have a no apologies rule for not when you invariably bump into each other's hands trying to jam those last few pieces in. Well, hello there.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? I'm back. Yes, catch me up. Hi everyone, I'm Fruji Wilhelm again. I am jumping in to help out a little bit so that you're not
Very
alone.
much appreciated. You kind of run out of things to say after a while
yeah.
with nobody to talk to.
Yes, I can kind of imagine that. So I have just finished my puzzle, 5 minutes ago. So I'm still in a little bit of a rush. But as far as I can see, yeah, teams are pulling in for the last few pieces on many, many tables so far.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good one to watch. It was a really quick time up front. It's not a new puzzle, so it has been out for a little bit, so there are some teams that have done it already. How did you like it?
I actually enjoyed it very much, which is kind of surprising for painting. There are some features on it that are surprisingly sharp, that seem almost like they were added like as from a photo,
right,
or something like that. And those were actually easier to like sort out as well. In our team, we had one delegated sorter who had to literally pull out everything, and it was actually surprisingly sortable. So she could basically give us sections just by saying what it is, like do the terrace, do the chairs,
right,
do the building on the left, do the trees, stuff like that. So that worked out pretty well, I must say. So it's a quite enjoyable puzzle.
Oh, that's good to hear. It's a lovely piece of art. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of painted puzzles myself either. Some can be very, like the paint texture can very much get in the way of seeing the detail, and you don't know if you're looking at a roof or a bit of wall or whatever. But you're right. When you look at it a bit finer, you can see some sharper focus details on certain parts of it.
Exactly. So once you start looking more deeply into the picture, then all of a sudden it starts having way more distinguishable parts. There's, for example, some trees in the background and also next to the building on the left, which are like very distinctly brown and have this like spidery texture. Those are actually also things to find, but there are also not very many pieces. So at the end, you do end up with a big mess of orange in the middle, which is all of these rooftops.
Yeah, and we were seeing that repeatedly, and then you run into people's hands bashing into each other.
Exactly.
And trying to finish that out as quickly as possible.
Exactly. For our team, we surprisingly ended up with like a lot of patches. So there were some pieces that took some hands away from
that's
the middle
very
section.
lucky, yes.
But that was more luck than planning. So that was kind of lucky. We are seeing some incredible puzzling from here, though, and a lot of puzzlers seem to be pulling into the very end of their puzzle. For example, this team right here, that are working on exactly the sections that I have been saying, that this green and orange mess in the middle, which is also very hard to distinguish, and it does slow you down a bit.
Yeah.
And we're getting closer and closer to the 1 hour mark. We have a 2-hour time limit for this puzzle, so
That's
we're
right.
still going to be seeing a lot of teams puzzle for a while, and we're most likely also going to see a lot of finishers as well.
Well, we've seen a lot already. There's still plenty that are puzzling. At basically every stage of the puzzle, there's definitely some teams that I would say are more beginner speed puzzlers.
Yes, exactly.
Who are still learning, and hopefully find this a fun experience and that drive to keep coming back.
The team competition is definitely one of those rounds where you can easily pull in someone new for the puzzling, and it gets you hooked very, very easily.
Absolutely.
Because the atmosphere also carries you away, and there's just always something to do in a team. You don't have to rely on yourself like in a solo puzzling round, and in case you get stuck, you can cry out to a teammate and be like, hey, I would like to switch.
Yeah, that's always a great thing with it. You're never left in something too unpleasant. I mean, in most puzzles, there's some puzzles where it's all unpleasant, but generally speaking, you've always got the ability to move on to something else.
Exactly. And here with this team, we can actually see some really interesting boards, which are these transparent ones, which can be a very useful tool, to be honest, because if you put it on top of the puzzle, you can still see kind of what is going on underneath the board, which can be very helpful for some people.
Yeah, and we've seen a few other teams using those already as well. It's definitely a clever way to go about it.
Yeah, you can see on the street on the footage though, as the cameras are zooming around, that this is the most crowded round of all of the competitions here. You have four people for each table, and we have a total
710.
of 710 people. Roughly. So that's a huge amount of people in the arena, and it does get warm as well. if you're down there, there's a lot of people in a tiny
I mean,
space.
compared to outside though, warm is probably good around here.
Yeah, true. That is true. We are in Sweden.
It's kind of what you've got to expect.
Yes, definitely. And we see another finish here. One last piece. There it is.
There we go.
Yay! Incredible. And the magic of the team's competition is the puns in the team names. For example, in the previous one we have seen the Beatles.
Mm-hmm. I've had so much fun working up team names in the past.
Yes.
And at some of our past events we also give prizes, just a spot prize for best team name.
Ooh. What have been the best team names that you have heard so far?
Put me on the spot.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, I have to ask.
Give me a moment, I've got to go look them up.
Yes, please. In the meantime, I can also tell you the story that I do get a little bit of team name fatigue at one point if I have to if I have to register too many teams with different members, because we do have a permanent team with 3 other people, but we can't always make it to the same competitions, and so you end up puzzling with a variety of people. And then at one point, my teams that I registered have started being called the placeholders.
That's great.
And that's basically the team name that everyone gets if they just randomly end up in the team with me, and we don't talk about team names.
Yeah, actually, I do have a very easy answer, because I saw it at an event probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it was the Dissecticons, which is a pun on dissectology and the Decepticons, and I maybe stole it for a domain name.
No, it's really, really cool, but it also again shows the charm of the puzzle community, because it's all these nerds who come up with the puns in their team names, and it's just charming and entertaining. And every time you look at the registration list of any competition, you see so many puns, and just yes, it's always a real treat.
It is. It's always a fun part of the of the whole event, and I'm sure everyone has fun trying to come up with them. It's the same for trivia, actually. I do a bit of that with friends, and you always get to come up with. There are some.
Yeah, true. Like these trivia quiz nights.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's very much got that in common.
Yeah, somehow all of these nerdy competitive hobbies that exist all around kind of overlap with all these people.
It's almost like we copy the nerdy ideas from one of our nerdy pursuits into other ones.
Yes, exactly. And it's just endlessly entertaining. And another finisher. Amazing job. Swedish team. I couldn't exactly see the table number. Here we see a little bit of discouragement on one of the team members, just staring into the blue.
Sometimes you just need to get your eyes off the puzzle, honestly.
Yes, exactly. Also, we're at the end of a very tiring puzzling weekend.
It's been a big one, yeah.
And most of these people have puzzled through not just the solo, but also the pair competition this morning. And my heart goes out especially to the people who were in the pair round A this morning, because
yeah, that was tough.
Those people must be tired at this point.
That is definitely a fatiguing puzzle. We had, it was about 12.
Nine
Nine
finished. 9 pairs finished in total. And all of those people, it meant that all of those people puzzled for an hour and 30 minutes on a really difficult puzzle. So that is definitely something that produces a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah, so for a puzzler who's come and been in all 3 divisions and qualified, for someone who's come to all divisions and qualified, they'll have done 4 puzzles by now, and this will be their 5th. It's probably a good thing that solo was all done on yesterday.
Yes.
That's one you don't want to be tired for.
That is one thing that is very, very tough about puzzle competitions in general, the schedule. Because whichever way you go with the schedule, you're still going to have 3 categories and people puzzling for hours over the weekend. And so it's going to be fatiguing either way.
Yeah.
And then you have the bigger competitions where you want to have multiple rounds, multiple qualifications or finals or even some extra categories. And then you literally just can't fit any more puzzling into the day because there's only so much working hours that you can do.
Yeah.
Here as well, we see a makeshift board. I think that's the end of a notebook.
It does look like that, yes.
Yes. But it is working as a board and covering up the middle of the puzzle. Most likely there's no more pieces underneath it.
As I said earlier, I mostly use sheets of A3 card, either in black or white, as it. So,
well,
hey, cardboard is cardboard.
I have used a complete range of boards. There was a competition where I forgot my boards and I ended up asking the organizers for some cardboard boxes that I could break into pieces, and then I had those.
I have done that as well.
Yeah.
I've seen probably...
And done!
A year or two ago, I saw a team bring a whole lot of like fry pan lifters.
Oh yeah.
And just everything was getting assembled on one of the. I don't know where they found lifters so large.
And here we see a UK team with at least 2
UK
guzzlers.
team.
The UK team. And done. Or yes. Going the
There
wrong
we go,
way.
done.
There we go.
That's Aaron,
Oh yeah,
Sophie,
and
Vix,
the
and
very
Hev.
traditional formal handshake at the end of the team.
Yep.
Recently we had a talk during one of the EJJs, and they told us that this formal handshake came from the idea that it's always very awkward to end the team round because like the hugs turn out to be clumsy and like you don't really know what to do, and the formal handshake kind of solves the whole thing.
Yeah, they actually they did quite well at our Cardiff event last month, and I always keep the cameras on them to get the handshake in, and it's brilliant.
It's also like a whole choreography that you have to come up with.
I think they've spent more time practicing the handshake than that they have some aspects of their puzzling. It's good fun.
And amazing, another team done. 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is definitely a very, very good time still. All of these people that managed to complete this puzzle are doing an excellent job. We have, again, most of the people get stuck exactly on the same spot as well. We can see that those buildings...
Again and again.
The orange mess in the middle is basically just messing up the team flow, is what I would say. But we do see amazing progress everywhere, and it doesn't seem like the teams get very stuck though. So I do see on all of the tables, as I'm looking through the room here, that that almost everywhere the sky or the water are at least done.
Yeah. So we've got some of the results flowing in now. If you follow along on the World Jigsaw Puzzle Federation website.
Yes, we definitely have our top 3 Swedish teams. So we have a Swedish champion in team puzzling, which is Peace and Quiet, with Tira Wering, Freja Davidsson, Ida Elsen, and Molly Wering. Then we have Sorted Out on 2nd place, and 3rd is Control Out Complete. And then right after them on 4th place, we actually have our best, fastest international team, which was the Swiss Unicorns. So Anemi, who you have heard on multiple rounds of this live stream over the weekend, has made it as one of the members of the fastest international team.
And I think she might be just outside, so I'll go and grab her from.
Yeah, go. She might be still there, and then she can also tell us a little bit about how it was to puzzle here. And here again we can see a bunch of the of the puzzle being done. And yes, it was a success. Anemi is back.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello again.
You have been hearing us almost the whole day.
Yes. Sorry for that.
So yes, how was the puzzling?
It was nice. It's like perfect. It's a perfect puzzle for teams. Yeah, don't you think?
Yes, it was extremely sortable, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we did have one person in the team who was sorting for us, and yeah, we could basically just go sections by sections.
Yeah, the same. I wanted to do the chairs on the left side.
I did that part as well.
Yeah, but it looks easier on the picture than it was with the pieces.
It was the same with all of the parts of the puzzle, to be honest. That they were all tricky. There was a lot of things in it, and then this murky orange in the middle.
Exactly. It's tricky, but like doable tricky. And it like at first it like confused me a little bit because you have parts where you have really sharp, distinguished parts, and then other like blurry-ish. So I was like, yeah, I had a great team. I mean, Line Beate, just give her a piece and she places it. It's like within like half a second she knows where it goes. So I kept like at some point I just kept giving her pieces and she put the pieces in. She was like, oh, perfect. Oh, right. Okay, thanks. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so your team was basically a Swiss-Norwegian team.
Exactly,
This time. Two Swiss members and 2 Norwegian.
Exactly, and really fast Norwegians. It was so nice because they were reaching out to us. We like I just signed in a team and let's see how it goes. And then they were like, oh, we saw you have a team. Would you like to pair with us? And I was like, oh yeah, because we were at Worlds, we were beside each other.
Yes.
And it was perfect. I love to meet like table neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a really good puzzle for teams to be able to finish, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And enjoy also.
For sure. So if you can manage to grab a copy of this puzzle, but it is a released puzzle, so it's not that difficult to get anymore, as far as I know.
Oh, it's a 2026. I didn't know that.
We did see that a bunch, there were a bunch of teams that have done it already. So it has been out for a while. And yes, it's a good team practice puzzle.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say it's also good. And it's something that could appear at other competitions. I think we will see that more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
most likely.
Exactly. And it's enjoyable.
It is.
That's the thing. I mean, you have like, if you don't like sky, you can do the buildings. If you don't like buildings, you can do the flowers. If you don't like flowers, you can do like this flat area, or just be the sorter. That could also be. It was fun because we opened it, and at first I thought it's a puzzle I already did.
There is one that is extremely similar.
Exactly, and
Yes.
maybe it's the same artist. And then I was like, oh, I didn't do that puzzle. And then did anyone do that puzzle? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay, so it's, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that with this specific image style, it actually brings you a lot of advantage, especially not in a team.
No.
If one person has done it.
Or maybe this person could go to the hardest part, or at least knows which is the hardest part.
Knows what parts there are that don't jump into your eye immediately.
Exactly, or
think.
maybe the roofs you will know. Okay, there are different kind of oranges or something like that. So it could be a little help, but definitely not a big advantage, I would say.
Yes, I agree. And we just see the finishes rolling in, and there has been some updates to the results on the website of the World Jigsaw Federation, so you can check it out over there. We are also looking at exactly that.
Yeah, and it looks great. Like for me, it looks great.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We didn't expect something like that. It's crazy. It's like this weekend. I don't know, it's magic. Like Line Beate said, she was the first internationally to stay in solo, and she is still like amazed by how great she did. And she was like, yeah, I'm still like trying to process it.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever,
and then there you go.
Exactly. And now it's the same. It's like I didn't calculate to have to be at the ceremony, for example.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
True. We will work it out.
We will for sure work it out.
Background information, Annemie is driving me to the airport very soon.
I will, yeah, for sure. No, I will not be at the ceremony. It's like we will figure it out. Yeah, we have such nice teammates. They will take the unicorns to the stage. That's not a problem. If we didn't know. We discussed it. If there's like the rule also for pairs and international that they like. I really don't know.
We actually have to look into that with the organizers.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to see that.
We go back to what we see on screen. We see
exactly.
a lot of hands on the. Yeah.
Yes.
So
You can also kind of see our adrenaline pumped brain working right now because both of us basically just jumped out of the puzzling tables and into the commentating booth right now to
with a
help
pee
out.
break in between, but
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, but here you see what we already discussed like previously. You have now 8 hands working on one puzzle, and as you see here,
And an elbow.
and some elbows, and as you see here, most teams finish on one spot. So it's more difficult. You have 8 hands going on to, let's say, 20 square centimeters, and you just have to be, how do you say that, confident that you hit the spot maybe. And
Yes.
yeah, so maybe here it's the best to grab a piece only if you know where it goes. Like leave
Yes.
the pieces on the tray and put the tree, like the last pieces normally, it's good to have them on the tray, because then you can put the tray on the puzzle, like the finished part of the puzzle, and then
Yes.
everyone sees the puzzle, the pieces, and then you can take it and put it down.
And then there's also teams where they have an internal rule of only doing puzzling with their one hand, so that there's not 8 hands covering up the 4 pieces that are missing. And here we can see actually some similarity to that, because there's most of them are leaning on one hand and just one other puzzling. So that can also be saving attention and saving space for whoever is puzzling. in the
Exactly,
team.
yeah. And you, yeah, at the
And
last
it's always
piece
the wrong way
again.
around.
Yes,
The
well
last piece is
done.
always the wrong way around, and 1 hour and 15 minutes are done.
Perfect. Yeah, realize we have 2 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the ones who didn't finish still have time, and it's so nice to see the crowd on the platform now, and even still have crowd on the seats there, because I was expecting that everyone who was a spectator before will puzzle now. So I expected like empty seats there, but we have more.
But apparently not.
Yeah. I think it's also a good venue, because I don't know if you know, we have another hall in this building and they have handball games there. So when they have a break or they are finished, they have a sneak peek and they can
Yes,
Just have a look.
We have actually seen some sports uniform people coming by and just taking a look at all the puzzles.
Yeah, so we will gain more spectators or more competitors with this venue for sure. Yeah, but it's like now you see it's less space for people, so the volunteers have not that much space anymore to walk around. And also we were kind of kicked out of the hall because we were talking too loud. So even though you are talking when you're puzzling, it might be disturbing for people who puzzle. And another team who finished 1 hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah, so at the start of the competition, the hosts did tell the teams that they have to collect their belongings and leave the premises once they are done. Mostly because as soon as a team gets more relaxed and they get out of the puzzling, they do get louder,
Yeah.
and they can be bothering the other teams. So it is a good rule so that everyone gets the same chances to stay concentrated.
Yeah, I totally agree. So sorry to the tables who were puzzling beside us. Yeah, and also for the cameraman and camera girl, it's a little bit harder to get through. I just watched one to be able to go to another table, and here we see finishing on the very distinguished building, an old building right in the middle of the puzzle, and trying to work. And here you have these four hands, and when you see people like going over the puzzle like they pet it, it's like being sure that there is no piece on the puzzle and that there is no hole that you might miss, because at the end sometimes you have one last piece and you don't know where it belongs. So if you have 4 people and you have 4 pieces left, so you can just try to figure out if there is a hole or not, and then it also helps, even though you don't put a piece down, it like helps to know that we don't need to see again here. That's
Yes.
a common thing to do.
Yes.
Well done, congratulations.
And you can see on this view that it does get crowded. in the arena when you have the team competition. It has been mentioned before that it's over 700 people who were entered for the team competition. So with
So
all
cool.
teams. And you don't realize that when you're down there. You don't notice what an amount of people you have around you. You basically just register like the tables around you, and other than that, basically, the world stops existing.
Yeah, yeah, actually you're right. But we have like all the tables are like taken, right? We even have
Yes.
3 more tables that weren't there
Those were
before.
brought in recently.
Ah,
So
okay.
I think those are for the finals.
Ah, yeah, because in the pairs finals we had in the first round we had 3 pairs who had the same amount of pieces, so we have 3 times the rank 60.
Yeah.
So I think they let all of them. I mean, how would you decide? You can't just say, okay, you are not allowed to be in the final. So maybe that's for the final.
Most likely,
Yeah.
yes. And people just keep working at it. We're nearing the hour and 20-minute mark, so there is almost 40 minutes to go still. So plenty of time to place all those pieces that are still lying on the tables. Not in a puzzle.
No, on the tables, yeah.
Just on the tables loosely.
Exactly. I don't know if you saw many teams working with trays, but yeah, here you see pieces spread around the puzzle, which makes it hard. Like if you are on the left side of the puzzle, and they all have a missing. Oh, I like the hats.
The hats are lovely. I did notice this team as we were going in. Yes,
that's cool.
That's also one thing that we have mentioned earlier, is that a lot of teams dress up just to signify that they are belonging together and they're in this together, and they also stand out more. So in the live streamers as well, it's easier to notice them.
Exactly. And if you go to a marathon, I think there are sometimes also prizes for the best dressed team, right?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
One of the marathons, it was the Belgian 24-hour marathon that I have been to. There, they were not really rewarding the costumes, but they were rewarding the atmosphere that the team was creating.
Okay.
And so there was a team that literally had a programmed dance that they did every 2 hours, I think. They danced around in the entire hall, but they also, it was kind of a renegade team in the sense that you're allowed to have 8 people on your team. They were like 15 or 16. So they had people who were just standing on the side for 24 hours doing shifts, and they were dancing around the hall.
So they had shifts for the spectators of the team. Oh, that's
well.
so cool. That's yeah.
So that also kind of shows the atmosphere that people just create for all these puzzles, especially
like
for the
that.
team puzzles. And you can't help but bond with the people that you compete with in any competition.
Yeah, you're sure. Because now this puzzle was really enjoyable, so it was very positive energy. But when you have like the round 8 puzzle, then it's like bonding with this fighting together through the puzzle, which is also nice. And it creates other groups, other friends. They listen to them, they pack and they go. So we have many teams who are dressed up, like you see, same T-shirts or hats, or even like stuff on the hair or on the head.
Or costumes, or just a T-shirt.
Yeah, but you don't have to.
Yes.
You don't have to do that. It's just more fun because you get more excited for the competition when you dress up, and you want to show off a little bit when you have this dress, right? You want to show, hey, do you see we prepared for this competition?
We're together in this.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just great atmosphere. It is also, I think you can also already feel a little bit that people are getting tired slowly. It has been a very, very long weekend and a lot of puzzling, and people have also, as mentioned before, they have participated most likely not just the solo competition but also the pairs this morning, and there's still one more round to go.
And like an important round, right? There's still a title for the Swedish to get. And I think this will be the closest decision tonight, like the pairs decision. That's
most
not going to
likely,
be easy, yeah.
It will be probably neck to neck. There's a lot of very, very strong pairs in Sweden. There's very, very strong puzzlers as well.
Yeah.
But especially once these extremely strong solo puzzlers pair up, they're also going to have a bomb pair. So
yeah, normally.
So if we get the kind of puzzle that is not the sea of red, we are going to see some stellar times mostly.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And also here again, we can't say it enough. Like 1 hour, perfect. Congratulations. 1 hour 23 minutes on a
Incredible.
1,000 piece puzzle for people. It's fast. It's a fast time.
Yes.
Even though you wouldn't think it when you're sitting here and you see, oh, the first one only had 41 minutes. It's fast, even though it's double the time. It's just fast because you have to find the ways to go through it, and you have to again communicate with each other. And on this puzzle, you had, for example, the purple part. So if you have the picture in front of you, you have the sky and then and the sea, and in between the sky and the sea, you have these purple mountains, and it's the same purple. Then you have at the chairs you have flowers, purple flowers, and then on the right side you have purple flowers. So it's not 100% sure that the purple piece belong to this mountain section. So yeah, it's key to say, okay, I have purple, or I'm collecting purple pieces, so that not two collect purple pieces.
Yes.
And then you have purple pieces on two trays, and you are looking for a piece which is on the other tray.
Yes. And whenever you are working on something, you can also be like, if anyone sees any purple, just throw it my way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Which is what I did today.
So you were the thrower or the catcher?
I was the catcher.
So you were the purple. You did the purple
I
ones.
did the purple flowers on the side, and here the left corner
Yeah.
in the bottom, the building and the flowers and the balcony, and yes.
So now we have a problem.
I wanted to avoid the sky and water by any cost, so I did anything else that was not that.
I did the same, so we would do the same puzzle. So maybe
Yes.
if we
So
pair
we
up.
need different team members.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. But yeah, I would love to be the thrower.
you can be the thrower anytime.
Yeah. So we have another team working outside of the puzzle. So they have the pieces, and you see like the ones who are sitting at the puzzle, like the assembled puzzle, they try to take pieces and put them into the puzzle, whereas the other ones try to build islands outside of the puzzle and then put them into the puzzle so that all four can puzzle and
Definitely.
nobody has to wait. Oh, I see a kid. Do you also see a kid on the
I don't. Where
Like
am I
there?
supposed to see?
on the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
The
also
kid
seems like a
helping.
family.
Oh,
It
I
also
love
seems
that.
like parents, grandmother, and child.
Yeah, maybe the kid was on the kids competition yesterday.
Very possible.
Yeah.
And I keep looking at the Swedish team names, and I keep thinking that they must be puns. They must be puns, but I unfortunately, Swedish is one of the languages that I don't speak. So I don't get the puns.
Yeah, no.
Whoever is watching the live stream and recognizes any of the good puns, then let us know.
Yeah, let us know the fun part of the names. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to create names. I mean, you want to congratulations. You want to have a name which fits the team, and then we always try to have it like funny kind of. And then if you have a team and you have different name options, you have to agree on one, and like it has to be also understandable for people. If they read it, it can't be like you shouldn't need an explanation.
Oh, I already got some advice from Sandra from the chat.
Okay.
Bit in Swedish is peace.
Oh.
So whenever we see a team name with bit in it, we can know that that's something with pieces.
Okay. So
Yes, very
bitless
good.
would be peaceless. Maybe.
Bitless.
Bitless.
Yes, true. There was a bitless. There was a bitless team.
Really?
There was
No
a
way.
bitless team,
That's
but they
funny.
did have like the Beatles type of shirt
Oh,
on them.
that's-
It was the bitless.
Like the Beatles. Bitless.
Yes. And
see.
also Sandra wrote in the chat that the funny hats with the twirly things on the tops, that actually are from a famous kids story that Astrid Lindgren has written. There's no way I'm going to pronounce the title. Because
Did she write the
I'm
title?
not butchering the language, but it's something with Carlson, so that's a name. I know that.
Oh, that's cool. I thought about the movie Up. Like the kid.
Yes. Oh
wearing a
yeah,
hat,
true.
but-
The kid had that in the.
But I don't know if it's the same hat. Because when I was a kid,
No,
I
that was a
remember there
baseball
was a
cap.
hat with the, like a thing turning around
Yes.
on the hat when the wind is coming. But they didn't have it. Maybe like I don't think having a hat would help no, like light-wise here, it's not a problem. But at other venues, sometimes wearing a hat might block the light. And then bad light means slower because you don't really see the colors, which is key being a puzzler or a successful puzzler who wants to enjoy the puzzle. So don't wear something that blocks the light. Yeah.
Because as we have heard from the song the entire weekend, we jigsaw the light.
We do? I never listened to the
And that's
lyrics
the song.
actually. We jigsaw the light? Okay, yeah, okay.
I jigsaw the light.
I
Light is extremely important for the puzzlers. So Carlson on the Roof in English is the title.
Carlson on the Roof, okay.
Of the Astrid Lindgren story.
So maybe that's the base of the movie Up.
I don't know.
Well,
I
maybe
honestly
not.
don't know.
We just make up some
We're
things.
just making up things to
Yeah.
be able to talk about things.
I mean, we still have
Half an hour
31
to go.
minutes. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So we still have time to make something up. So let's make up like a perfect team's puzzle. What does it have to be fast?
It has to have sortable things, and I'm afraid it has to have some sky in it, so that the hiding sky person in every single team can come out and enjoy themselves.
Trees.
Trees. I'm thinking of the best puzzles that we have done with our team, and
Like the fastest?
The fastest
Yeah.
ones that we could really easily do. One was the Inside Out 1000-piece one.
Yeah.
Yes, we have 30 minutes left. So that puzzle with the Inside Out characters in 1,000 pieces, that is one very doable one. You can sort it really, really well.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone gets a color, and then you just put them together and you have the puzzle.
Or like a figure. Like
Or like a
I
figure.
puzzle sadness.
Oh yeah.
I puzzle doubt. Oh yeah. Watch the movie if you didn't watch the movie.
It's one very lovely movie, yes.
Actually, two.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was very, very nice for me. Like I really enjoyed it, and then the second one was just so emotional. That is my Inside
I
Out
didn't-
movie. The second one.
I didn't watch it yet.
I love the second one.
My mom made me watch the first one because she wanted to go to cinema to see the second one, and I was like, if there is a first one, we first have to watch the first one. That's where the story ends. So we watched the first one, and now we wait for like time together, not puzzling.
Ooh, one idea from Sandra for the perfect team puzzle, a 4-season puzzle.
Oh yeah. There
And
is
I-
one on the stage.
There is one on the stage which is a 2,000-piece Ravensburger as well, and that literally has the 4 seasons with 4 different colors, and that you can really just like sort for 4 ways.
I don't
do
think you
that
can
there's
sort
black areas of trees and stuff.
like the hill. So it's one tree.
But you do need one challenging thing in the puzzle.
Yeah, but it's like half of the. No, not half of
half
that.
of the
Maybe
puzzle.
500 pieces, because it's like I would say winter is easy to sort but hard to assemble. I
Yes.
think summer will be easy to sort and easy to assemble, or let's say spring, and then you have the top trees,
Yes.
if I remember correctly, and the hill seems to be the same color, and then the sky also seems to have almost the same color.
Yes.
But yeah. Yeah, 4 parts of a puzzle with like every edge a different part, but then it's like I don't think it feels like puzzling with the team anymore because everyone is just working on one part. For me, it has to be like there has to be something that you connect with each other and or like have these crossing hands so that you puzzle together, and you also have this feeling to puzzle together.
Yes. Yeah, in a way, if it's a very divided puzzle, in that it's literally 4 sections, you're doing 4 mini puzzles.
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
Yeah, but like we were talking about a fast puzzle, right, for teams.
Yeah, true.
And I think like teams and pairs puzzle, you can like they are equal.
There's a shape sorting team.
Yay! You were looking for a shape sorting team.
Yes, because I did at one point. I got very overwhelmed with the mess in the middle, that sludge, and I kind of wanted to shape sort at one point, and I was like, did we want to shape sort? But nobody wanted to shape sort, so I took out one shape for myself, and then I didn't get anywhere with it, and then I abandoned the idea. But yeah, that was my story of shape sorting today.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but maybe or mostly because
Because
of
it
Line
gets so
Beate.
murky.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I like with puzzles like this, I don't really see what goes where anymore, and I kind of start looking at the shape rather than the picture.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I first tried to look at knobs, like green things on one knob or something like that, so that you still know, okay, this piece has to go there. But the next step would for sure be shape sorting. And
Definitely, yes.
Yeah. So they have 4 trays, and now you see what I said before. You can put the tray on the assembled part of the puzzle, and then everyone has the better approach to the pieces.
Yes.
It's closer. You can see the colors, like you can compare the colors better. But yeah. You see at Worlds, you see some teams pouring the pieces on the trays. So they always have all the pieces on the trays, and then it's easier to move them. That's something which is very successful if you have not enough space or like a limited space. But here I don't think it was like, did you do that? I don't think it was needed.
No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't bring trays big enough though. So
We did have a lot of trays with us. I think 4 definitely.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you start seeing the number of pieces reducing, you reduce the number of boards as well.
Exactly,
You try
yeah.
to get them away as far as possible, as quickly as possible, so that they're also not in the way. And you don't. At one point, you want to see all the pieces together.
exactly.
So that you can reach in. I did see a question from earlier during the competition. I think we were not here yet then.
Maybe
but,
not.
It is. How is it in the end when there aren't so many pieces left and you are in a team? Is it stressful when there are a lot of hands in the way? And we have kind of already discussed it.
Like heads or hands?
Hands.
Hands. Yeah.
Hands. And we have already kind of talked about it, that there's a bunch of teams that have rules for how they are going to go about it. Some teams actually have one person step out completely and take a look under the table if there's missing pieces, just sort everything out, so that that's already one person minus.
Yeah.
And it's more manageable than for a second person to just jump out, or you reduce the number of hands and everyone just puzzles with one hand.
I would choose the one hand thing because you still have 4 brains, whereas when one
Yes.
steps out, it's just 3 brains. And if you have 4 brains, the chances are high that they work differently.
What is also sometimes very, very practical, because we're talking about a 1,000-piece puzzle, and you don't necessarily always see where the pieces are missing. So one of the team members can also jump into the role of literally just pointing out the gaps in the puzzle, so that you know where you are looking for a piece.
And what kind of piece shape you want to have.
Yes.
Like, okay, so when, like at the marathon, we had like, you take this shape, you take this shape, you take this shape, and it was like Rushi, you have to put here, and then you know, okay, it was the 2 knobs, 2 head, and then it's like Steffi here. That's also successful because then you know you have to listen to your name, and if nobody
Yes.
calls you, you just have to find your way through the puzzle.
Yes. So
But yeah.
there's a number of strategies of how you make it manageable with 4 people on the puzzle.
And you will bump in each other hands. That's totally okay. I tend to always say sorry, which
And
is
not
stupid.
just that, the team puzzling especially, it can also turn into kind of a contact sport.
Yeah.
In that you're close, very close to
Yeah,
all of your
exactly.
team members. You get in close physical contact.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, at some point, like Line Beate was putting pieces, and I was bending underneath her arms and
Yes!
trying to, yeah. But that's-
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like Twister pro style.
Yeah. Kind of like that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and yeah, I think one thing is for sure, again, communication. If like you are angry or frustrated by the way your team member worked through the puzzle, it's key to talk about it. Like, that was disturbing for me. I had a problem with that, and then like figure out if there is a, like, you can change seats or you can change strategies, but whatever happens at the puzzle table stays at the puzzle table.
Yes.
Say, yeah, it's like it's just it doesn't happen
It
on
is.
purpose. It's just sometimes you want to be fast, and then you bump in each other, and like sometimes you bump into like all the time in the same hand, so it's the same person who like, you give the feeling of you're slow, something like that, and then it's key. You have to talk about it because next time, next competition it happens, then you might be annoyed already at the first time. So it's not on purpose, that's for sure.
Yes.
So we are still 22 minutes in, and we have more teams
We
to
still
finish
have
like this one.
We do have a number of teams still puzzling, so there is definitely going to be some action while we are watching.
So we have on the results, official results, we have like around 50 teams who finished.
I think
BitFits. Now we see the BitFits were 50th.
Yeah, we do have way more now.
Yeah, we
It's
have
getting updated. We have 57 in the results now, but I think we are over 60
have more,
finished
yeah.
teams now.
Yeah. So now I have to go through the. Oh, I like the name 404 piece not found.
I like the power puzzle girls.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is that the? Did you see the purple, green, yellow?
Could it have been them? The power puzzle
maybe.
girls?
Maybe.
I haven't seen the colorful team that we have pointed out in the pairs competitions
I
already.
see them. I see them. They are still puzzling.
There is a question in the chat whether teams are going to be interviewed. I don't think so, not at the moment, because
We
it's
don't
also
have space.
physically hard, and also nobody has come up to visit us.
I think it's hard to get up here because it's forbidden.
It is kind of hard to get up here, so yeah, you're going to have to be content with just Annemie and me speaking.
Yeah, sorry, but we can pretend to interview somebody.
And yes, Sandra is also pointing out what is very good advice is that if anyone wants more puzzling content after the pairs final tonight, there is also Euro Jigsaw Jam on YouTube.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. you will see the unboxed version of the meeting, which took place. The Flex meeting took place this morning at
Yes.
10. My sister did this puzzle this morning at 10, and she said it was nice, but she would have preferred to be here with us. Yeah, I think it's a good plan B.
Yes,
be
definitely. If you didn't have enough of puzzle content for the day.
Yeah. Or
But-
you could also listen to several podcasts like Rosa Peace Talks or.
Peace Talks, which has a new episode. Ken Adam has also released a new episode of his podcast with Annemie
Yeah,
as an interviewee. You can find out more about her.
yeah, if you are interested, but yeah, don't expect too much.
But you might have already heard us talk a little bit too much, so I'm not going to further recommend that. And another piece going in,
Yeah.
and done.
Done. So if you're interested in Worlds, then I recommend the recaps of Worlds from Adam Gray. That's for sure.
Yes, those are endlessly entertaining. I can definitely recommend that as well.
that's for sure. Yeah. It's also like nice to have a puzzle, and if you don't want to take out a puzzle listening to us, you might like not be as
You might not be
enthusiastic.
into puzzles as much as we are.
Yeah, but that's totally okay. I mean, somebody could make you listen to this live stream. Yeah. When I went first to Worlds and they had this live stream, I was like putting the YouTube link on my status, and then like people were like, is this a joke or do they really have a live stream? Come on, they can't like live stream, it's just puzzling, it's so
Yes.
boring. And I was like, they have one, and it's pretty good because
And
I was
it's actually
puzzling beside.
exciting.
Yeah, and it's so exciting, and it's so informative.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the time new things, and then like one of my friends just said, okay, now the next step is a massage tent, and then everyone will be content. And I was like, yes, that's what we need. Like or like vouchers for like short massages, you can sit there for 10 minutes. That would be a big add up. So whoever organizes organization, Frushi, this might be a nice addition to the competitions.
Well, so far I have never managed to get live stream for my events. They are also way smaller, so I also feel like it's more cozy and
Familiar, yeah.
familiar and more comfortable for people if it's not necessarily out on the internet and it's all public with big cameras moving around. So I
Yeah, and
prefer
it's
to
a
keep
lot
it
of
cozy.
stuff to manage, like to
But
work
larger
on.
championships are definitely fun to watch as a live stream.
Yeah, and like I think when you
And
are
the Jigsaw Jaguars are finished.
Jigsaw Jaguars. Oh, perfect. Again,
Incredible job.
that would make a nice
It would
puzzle.
make a nice puzzle.
Yeah. Good job
Yes,
creating
there
this.
we have a better view of their t-shirt.
Yeah.
And you can already see how the room is emptying out a little bit. More and more of the row is getting empty. So our teams still have 17 minutes to go.
I would say 27.
Oh,
No.
no.
No, you're right.
I was correct for once.
No, you're right.
For
Yeah,
once
my
I was
brain-
actually correct with counting.
Yeah, my brain doesn't work that well anymore, but it's okay. We still have like I have half an hour break before I go back to puzzling. But yeah, I think we will have much more teams to finish, because when I look down, there are several teams who have maybe 50 or 100 pieces left. So I'm sure we will have more finishes. Maybe every 1 minute. That would be 17 more teams to finish.
Yes.
Yes, and then it would be hard work for the volunteers to clean up everything and then restart again. It looks good. Yeah, I would say maybe half of the teams. Oh,
I do think so, because we have, I think,
I checked the results.
180 teams are entered, I think.
So we need 90 to have half of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we
I
might
think
be
in-
close to it for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, they are looking for
And they're looking for a piece.
please. Yeah, it's so.
And
Congratulations.
done.
It's so funny because most of the time they are looking into the Ravensburger bag first before they look into the plastic bag.
Yes. Well, you know, when your brain is under pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you have to act fast. Like, you don't necessarily do the rational thing.
Yeah, I would do the same actually.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I try to take this extra second to check the bag if everything is there. And today, like this, the Line Beate couldn't open the plastic bag today. She was like trying and then turning the bag and trying again, turning the bag.
From time to time. There
Yeah.
are some of those Ravensburger bags that are actually very difficult to open, and there are some that just burst open.
Exactly, yeah. So do you have the like jobs for everyone in your team?
Yes.
So what's your job at the beginning?
I actually do the bag opening.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time. We call it chips tutor for,
Oh, yeah.
for those who speak German. This is basically the chips bag. I am the one who does that, and that's like an internal joke at this point, so we also always laugh at it. So that's the chips tutor.
So are you
Because of the
training
way
it
of
at
how
home?
you open it, because yes, there's like a technique of how you can actually open the bag. Yeah, efficiently.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work. I sometimes just have to go in with a finger and just rip wherever. But yes, that's mostly what I do. And then when it's not my regular team and it's just a random team, then usually before the start we just talk
Yeah.
about who's going to do what. At this point, usually my teammates have already speed puzzled, so they kind of know what stages of opening a puzzle you have, so that we can like distribute it pretty easily.
So we can maybe express these stations. I don't know if like the stages. So first you open the Ravensburger bag, and then somebody opens the lid, somebody takes off the other part of the box.
We then
Like-
break it down a little bit more into detail. So you open the bag,
bag,
and
yeah.
literally push out the box
Exactly.
into somebody's hands, and then they're starting to open the box.
Like this person opens the box.
That person opens the box, and then basically the third person takes out the bag of the puzzles and opens it, while the one who opened the box actually puts up the top.
Exactly, and the fourth one takes away the rest
And the
of the
fourth one
box.
puts away everything, and then ideally whoever opened the bag also looks into it, so that while the other three are already flipping, then the fourth one is looking into the bag, just making sure that all of the pieces are out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you place the trays before you do all this process. You place the trays where you need them. So most, like, we put the edges on the table, for example,
Mhm.
because that's what will be assembled first,
Mm-hmm.
and it needs to be on the table. So you have the trays for the sort stuff. And we also, like, we normally discuss the way we put the puzzle when we see the puzzle. We don't, like, say before That we know if there is sky, the sky will be on this side or on that side because the sky person has to be on the sky side, right?
Yes.
So you discussed that, but like final decision is when you see the puzzle.
And when we say sky person, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's actual sky on the puzzle. If it's like an underwater scene, that can also just be the background. If it's whatever, any other puzzle, it can also be just a gradient somewhere. So the sky person doesn't necessarily mean sky
No.
in the picture.
But
there's-
in teams most of the time because there is sky. They have a missing
In the
piece. No.
majority of puzzles, there is some sort of sky, unless it's something very...
Frida Kahlo.
Yeah. Frida Kahlo!
Again. Then it's flowers. No, we will not go back to this rabbit hole. We have another team with red trays finishing with like 5 pieces left. Also again in the orange building part of the puzzle. And yeah, 3, 2, 1 and go. Yeah, and that's also like that's a nice exercise. Just lift your hand. So if you
Oh, yeah.
want to know if you are a puzzler, just practice this movement.
Yeah,
every
that's
now
when,
and then.
that's when the puzzle is done.
Yeah, that's when the puzzle is done and you show okay. And don't forget to say stop or time or here so that they know you want to submit time, because when you have, did we already tell that? So at competitions, if you have a missing piece, like I don't know how it is here, but I think it's the same. So if you have one missing piece, they consider it as a fabric mistake. So you don't get any penalty, but then every missing piece is like a 5-second penalty. So if you have a missing piece, you can either say stop and then they submit the time and add these 5 seconds, or you can take this time to look for the piece, and then it might take you more time. 2 years ago here in Sweden, we had this very bad situation where a girl finished first, but she had a missing piece, and then the second one finished right after her. So the second one won because the first one had a missing piece, and that was really hard for the first one because it was
It's just
they
a
didn't
couple of
find the
seconds
piece.
different.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't find the piece. It was nowhere. She was really looking for it because she wanted to be sure that
Yeah.
yeah. So we just heard that we
There's
have the
10
last
minutes.
10 minutes
10 minutes remaining.
for the teams competition. So Fruji, what do you think about having a teams competition with just one puzzle without qualification and that's it?
You put me on the spot like that.
No, I mean, no, it's like I like it time-wise because it's a lot of puzzling.
Time-wise,
within
it
a short
saves a
time.
lot. I am not a solo puzzler, so I do think I'm a decent solo puzzler. So it's not about that, but I very much prefer pair and teams, and so I always find it a little bit of a shame that it's not enough.
Yeah,
For
it
me,
feels like done and that's it,
feels
right?
like it's done, especially with the fast teams. You are done in like 40 minutes, and then that's it. And that was that, and it's only just 1,000 piece puzzle.
You
So
could like do it.
if you have multiple puzzles, then that is already a little bit different. If you still have to complete the 500 piece, even though 500 pieces can be very difficult for teams because it's just so many hands for so little amount of pieces, but that already gives you like an extra little challenge at the end. Or to have 2 different puzzles, 2,000 piece ones, or as in the German championships, 4 hours, 4 puzzles.
Yeah, I wonder how that goes. So you could do like 1,000 piece and a 500 piece, and you have to be able to finish the 1,000 piece within 90 minutes. And if you are able, you can still puzzle 30 minutes with the 500. And if you don't manage to do that, you can finish your 1,000, and you will get the 500, but you can't start. So that you can limit the time, like the counting time. But I also think it like 2 puzzles would be nice. But then it's hard to put everything into a Saturday and Sunday without having late sessions and or early sessions. And in Germany, the 4 times 1,000, I'm like two-sided. I'm really looking forward to it because it feels like a marathon, like half a marathon. You have 3.5 hours time, and for me it means that has to be at least one easier puzzle, because normal teams, you see it here, like normally teams, like fast teams will finish a puzzle within, I would say, 35 to 40 minutes, but like average it will take an hour for them to finish a
Yes.
puzzle. So we don't want to see 10 teams being able to finish and then like 100 and I don't know many teams not being able to finish. So
Yes.
that's why I expect at least one like easier, let's
Yes.
say, puzzle or
It
more
doesn't have to
sortable.
be hard. I also think that there's so many ways that you can still experiment with the format. I also think the pair competition could also be reconsidered, especially being so fast at this
Yeah.
point, with the top pairs finishing a puzzle in under 20 minutes sometimes. So there as well, you can either twist it and have a larger piece count, or have multiple puzzles, or recently in Germany, in last December, there was a team competition where you had 3 people puzzling, and you had to do 3 puzzles. One was 200 pieces, the other was 500, and the third was 1,000.
Okay.
And you didn't have to do them one at a time. So you could decide to start 200 and 500 parallel, and then start working on 1,000. So you can
You could also start with all the 3.
you could also start with the 1,000 and then do the smaller piece counts at the end. So there was no rules of how you strategize. You just had to figure out how it works best for you. And I think that's also a test that you can put teams to, of how they can actually figure out what works best.
Yeah.
And there's just so many ways that you can twist the competition format in a way that it doesn't necessarily extend the time
Yeah,
that you spend
I
puzzling.
like that. I didn't hear about that. I would like for teams, I like when you have a 500 piece in qualification and then a 1,000 piece, but it changes the results.
Yes.
Because we have teams which are faster in thousands, and then you have teams which are not. And I would love to have a final. You just throw 2 500 piece puzzles in a box and you mix them, and then there we go.
Yes,
Just
you see?
assemble the 2 puzzles. But then it seems to
not
be
necessarily
too
a team.
solo. Yeah, a pair.
Ah,
It's
pair.
just like
It's like 2 solo puzzles, yes.
exactly, because you will sort out, and then one does this and one does that. So I would love to have the pairs, and like you don't switch puzzles in between, but both of them switch the puzzles. Like you work 10 minutes on puzzle A and then you go to puzzle B. That would
Yes.
be a nice thing, but then you need space. With these tables, it would be possible. That's for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. So many ideas. Yeah, congratulations.
Yay!
So we have less than 5 minutes. It's 4 minutes and
Yes.
30.
So these
seconds.
pairs are now basically racing the clock to still finish before the time runs out.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we still have like 10 pairs teams to be able to finish, because you can put more than like a piece per second in the puzzle when you are 4 people puzzling. But yeah, if you're not used to puzzle that long, you might get tired a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, so people who are participating in all the events, it's like having a pairs in the morning. Imagine you were in group A, and then you puzzled 90 minutes, and then you went into the final. You will have another pairs final, and then you are here competing as teams. You might puzzle since an hour and 56 minutes, and
Yes.
yeah. So it is for me. It's sport.
It
It's-
is
yeah.
sport.
It's exhaustion, but fun.
but fun.
Yeah.
We do have to highlight every time. It is fun.
Yeah, but it is. I don't say it to convince people who don't believe me. It is fun, and like, yeah, I don't want to convince people to think it's fun. I just try to convince people try a puzzle. If you see an image that you like, try it, and maybe you don't like assemble it, then it's okay. You still have the final picture, which you could put on the wall.
Yes.
Or enjoy. And if you like puzzling but not the process, you can still choose another puzzle and try again.
Definitely, yes.
And if you doubt, just ask experienced people. If you go to speed puzzle, but yeah, for me, speed puzzling is something different than casual puzzling. Yeah.
And we still have another finisher coming in with just 2 minutes to spare before the time runs out.
Exactly. So here we have a team with 3 people. When you are participating in teams, you have to be at least 3. Perfect, congratulations. Yeah.
And it's one of the very few teams that has only three people. I
yeah.
don't think I have seen any others. So going up with 3 people against a competition of basically just teams of 4, it's already a big disadvantage to be puzzling with 1 person less.
Yeah, you're right.
That's 2 hands and 1 brain less.
Exactly,
in the team.
yeah.
So it does cost you time.
Yeah, yeah. But most of these teams, they will not compete to win, right? They compete to compete to be
enjoy.
Exactly, to enjoy, to have this competition enjoyment.
And you get a pretty puzzle out of it in the end, so it's a
Yeah.
win-win for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. So I will experience this probably at German Nationals. We still don't have the confirmed 4th member. We hope she will say yes soon. But if she's not, like, if you're open to puzzle in a team, just reach out to me.
Yes, there is a free spot in a
The
team
unicorn
for the
team.
German nationals
Yeah,
as an
exactly.
international team.
Yeah, international team, which chokes a lot while puzzling. That, yeah, have to mention that. So we have another 3-person team, and they are tackling the last minute in seconds.
Yes,
Looks
we
a little bit
have
tired.
1 minute remaining. They seem a little bit tired at this point, but it's no wonder. It's been a puzzle that has been worked on for 2 hours now.
Yeah, fingers might hurt a little bit. I like the sweatshirt, AC/DC Hell Spells,
Oh,
maybe. Yeah, it's a long way to the top. No, you can, like, maybe we have do we have one more team to finish? That would be nice to have this
It would be very nice to
same
experience
atmosphere.
again.
Yeah, again, like the crowd cheering for a team.
You can see though that a lot of the tables have already been freed up, and also many of the chairs are being removed already in preparation for the prayers final, which is going to be starting shortly after this round has been over. And the crowd is already going wild because there's 10 seconds left.
Yeah. Come on, last pieces are going in. Still time to put 2, 1 pieces, and it's done. Yeah. Congratulations to everyone who managed to puzzle 2 hours in this team's competition.
Of the Swedish Jigsaw Puzzle Championship. Everyone has done
2026.
incredible. I am
And I am Annemie Kostetzer, and yeah, thank you for listening. I will be off live stream now. I will let Fuji here for the pairs final.
I will also be speaking a little bit in the pairs final, but I will not be speaking throughout the whole thing. But yes, tune back in for the pairs final, which is going to determine who is the pairs champion of the Swedish Jigsaw Puzzle Championship.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Samtidigt som par, så att de slår vi ihop så stanna gärna kvar på det. Tusen tack och bra jobbat!
In the final hour, when doubt tries to creep, I dig even deeper for dreams I will keep. The puzzle completed, my victory bright. In the glow of my triumph, I jigsaw the light. With patience and skill, the pieces unite. With each piece I place, I'm winning the fight. In the quest of my life, where the bravery's the height, I found my own way. I jigsaw the light. No one sees what was hidden inside. A masterpiece shining. I jigsaw the light. With jigsaw the light. With courage and heart, my soul took its flight. I conquered it all. I jigsaw the light.